Jakarta, one of the fastest growing economies in the world. A city that never sleeps, with more than 10 million people dwelling in between its skyscrapers. You'd think this concrete jungle is thousands of miles away from any bit of nature. However, in this episode,
watch me break my back on an adventure not too far from Jakarta. Ooh, hang on. Ooh. Only on See Indonesia.
See Indonesia.
Only 1 hour away from the capital city and connected via highway lies Sentul, a staple of the tourism industry in Greater Jakarta. A backbone of the water supply of Jakarta, and with its beautiful scenery, waterfalls, and wonderfully fun activities to do, it is the perfect place to go adventuring. I could not wait to go. However, before I could...
As you can see, I'm a bit of a city boy. And I've never even adventured before, so I don't even have the proper clothing for it. But no matter, we shall rectify that now.
It's all in the preparation, as they say, and though I have long not been in nature, I am excited to finally go back. So many to choose, but maybe not these.
I think I'm hungry now. Right, I'm finished. And I'm really excited for what's to come tomorrow. I wish I could just jump forwards in time. Can I? What do you know? Looks like we can. Welcome to the start. This is the beginning of a rough journey up to the mountains, through rivers, and rough, muddy ground. But luckily, we won't just be trekking. We'll also be using this. The Land Rover Series 3. A rugged, dependable machine. I mean, look at these tires. Perfect for off-roading. And the beauty, this car can fit 6 people with this canvas top over this bed. Runs on diesel, as you can see. What a beautiful machine this is. Rugged and dependable and very, very solid. Runs on a box frame. And this one in particular features an L200 machine. It's a 4-cylinder, 2.5 liter. Not as big as the original V8 that it was on, but it is extremely reliable, extremely dependable. And so I have utter faith that it'll help us through this journey, especially with this winch.
It was time to begin our adventure.
This is really rough. Bit of a sharp turn here. Oh man. This is a really steep decline right now. Oh my god. Interestingly enough, if you look over there, there is some cassava leaves. This is apparently a plantation for cassava.
Soon after, we ran into our first obstacle. A river. This unnamed river is fed partly from our destination, and it continues further and further down until it exits at the Jakarta Bay 60 kilometers away. This particular ford is also where locals gather sand to be sold for use in construction.
We seem to have hit a bit of a river here. Not a problem for the old girl. Look at that motorcycle over there. What an adventure he's having.
It was time to cross the ford.
Not a problem for the old girl. Let's go. Oh yeah.
The mighty Land Rover had dominated the river.
What a machine!
And finally, after 2 hours of grueling, rough terrain, we reached our first checkpoint.
That's the end of our journey on the Land Rover. She did such a great job, and now the rest is up to us on foot.
But first,
Cheers. Delicious.
See the beauty? Only on See Indonesia.
soon after, it was time to continue our journey. We were now in the rainforests of Sentul. This vast, mostly untouched rainforest is home to endless wildlife and is a major source of water for the capital city. We would be trekking for 3 kilometers to get to our destination, but luckily, we were provided with some tools to help us.
Beautiful, isn't it? So for my tour, it cost 750,000 rupiah per person. And for that, you get a car, you get these trekking poles, you get first aid kits, you get coconuts, you get mineral water, and finally, you have a kick-in tour guide who helps you with your way, as you might meet him later today.
The forest was tranquil, and far from the hustle and bustle of Jakarta, I felt at peace. We were surrounded by kilometers and kilometers of nature. and with it, the creatures within.
Shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of the wildlife. It is absolutely unbelievable that this place is only an hour away from Jakarta. And yet it feels like I'm in the middle of a jungle. It's amazing.
We soldiered on through streams, bridges, and hilly terrain. The forest was thick, but luckily the paths were clear and our guide Alif knew the way.
Got two tracks over there. Lapangan Susur and Bambu Gunung, meaning bamboo mountain? Right. Guess we're heading that way. You might be able to hear the winds through the camera.
And we continued until we eventually reached the literal peak of our trek. And my, oh my.
What an absolutely beautiful, incredible view. But this isn't even the end of our journey. We're only about halfway there. Let's keep going.
At this point, we were around 700 meters above sea level, and everywhere we looked, we could only see mountains, trees, and lush, lush greenery. But not our elusive destination. However, as we trekked further, we could hear a rush of water, a sound that became louder and louder with every step, until finally, we had made it. Our hour-long trek was rewarded with the Offroading, a 10-meter tall waterfall surrounded by bushes, trees, and steep, steep cliffs. This waterfall earned its name through its wide, tall shape, with Offroading meaning curtain in Indonesian. And luckily, just as our party arrived, another one was already underway. So I thought, why waste any more time?
Now that we're here, I think it's time for a little dip. Whoa. The water is cold. Holy mother of God.
Now, one thing you need to know if you're going here, the bottom of the pool is a little jagged and slippery. Try not to make my mistake. Luckily, I was okay. But once I was settled, I sat and watched the other visitors jumping in from the rocks. And I really, really wanted to join. So... And soon, I found that jumping into the pool was extremely addictive. So I did it again, and again. The water felt so fresh. It's small wonder that Jakarta is so reliant on this area for their water. And yet, it serves as such an amazing getaway from the city. I was having so much fun, I wished I could have stayed for longer. But, unfortunately, it started to rain.
That was amazing. But I think it's time we find some food and get out of here.
See the beauty only on See Indonesia.
By the time we returned to the Sentul township, the rain had cleared and we were starving. But luckily, the township is full of places to eat and I knew just where to go. This is the Karimata restaurant in Sentul. They specialize in Sundanese dishes and their seafood is excellent. Their menu has quite the variety, but their most famous dish is the bamboo grilled catfish. To make it, they use turmeric, ginger, shallots, garlic, cayenne peppers, red chilies, lemongrass, and the most essential ingredient of them all, salt. And they crush them together to make a paste. Then, they spread the paste onto some leaves, place the fish in the leaves, and spread the paste on the fish, making sure every single part of it is covered. Afterwards, they wrap the fish with the leaves, then insert the fish into the bamboo. And finally, they seal it with even more leaves.
After they stuff it into the bamboo, they grill it over this charcoal fire exactly for 2 hours, no more, no less, just to get that absolute perfect texture on the fish. Look at that. This whole place smells amazing. I can't wait to try it. And this is the finished product. And I cannot even begin to describe how beautiful it smells, just how... I can't wait to dine, and I think it's time for us to try. Now, you don't eat it straight out of the bamboo. What you do is you put it in a plate along with rice and this salad as well. So I'll show you how to do it. You take this, just kind of take a little bit of that, like so. Move it onto your plate, like so. And next you take your salad. Now the great thing about this salad is that it comes with tofu as well under the salad here. So you take the salad, you take the fish, and you take some rice, like so. And what I like to do is I like to combine all three of these tastes into one, along with the tofu as well, and the rice, like this. Let's eat. A culinary masterpiece. If heaven had a restaurant, this would be the main course.
The food was delicious, exquisite even. And I was getting a little bit full.
And to wash it down, we have this. Sorry. And to wash it down, we have this. It's ginger tea with cinnamon in a bamboo cup. I've never had anything like this before, so let's give it a try. Oh my god. Divine. Divine. Wow. This is really
And through all of the excitement and thrill of the off-roading experience, the serenity of the forest, the joy of the waterfall, fish and the ginger tea was the perfect way to end my adventure. Thank you, Sentul. What a beautiful, important place you are.